I just wanted to add in something that I wrote on one of the comments on my videos that one of the subscribers brought this up to my attention and said, well, you could corrupt your Windows install with unstable RAM, which is true. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it's the video that I did last, boosting your RAM performance, the guide to overclocking your system memory. That video, the last video I did, we're talking about that. So, this is the thing. If you don't have Windows installed, I suggest you leave your RAM at stock level and install your Windows operating system first. And then after that, do all your updates and everything else before you decide to go in and start overclocking your RAM. Now, this is just a tip I'm bringing to you because this was brought to my attention, so I'm telling all my viewers that if you're just installing Windows for the first time, do not overclock until you have Windows installed and you have all your updates in. So this way you can have it balanced. So this way you don't have any problem of corruption when you're installing. So it was something that I forgot to bring up on that video, but when you watch that video and you come to this video, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So once you watch that video, then you come to this video, you'll see what I'm talking about right here. But anyway, let's get back to graphics card nightmares. Hello everybody, welcome back once again to JJ's PC Build. You know, it's JJ with you once again. And now it's time for graphics card nightmares. You know the routine. We do this every Friday of every week. And we do the prices and everything else. But this week we're doing monthly prices for this month. So let's go ahead and go to the action screen and see what's going on. And let's see what's really cooking. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and resize my face so that way it'd be a little bit bigger for y'all to see. If you want to see it. You know, it's up to you. But anyway, let's go to the prices and let's start off with AMD section. Make sure you got your drink and snacks, by the way, everybody. I seem to be running out of ice. So, alright. Oh, I know what y'all are going to say. You're going to say, Jay, you messed up again. You forgot the big old booty cursor. Well, you know what? I didn't forget it. I just wanted to see if you all reminded me a little bit, so that way, you know, we can put it up there. Okay, let's first start off with the 7900 XTX. Looks like we have a little shift in this thingy here. Let's go ahead and fix this up a little bit and get it back straight. There we go. Alrighty, now it's all fixed up. We'll fix it as we go along. I'm looking at February was 909, March was 909, April was 900, May was 900, and June was 900. But this month, it's $799. The reason why it's $799 is because it's over there, and I forgot to put this in there. It's over on Amazon, and it's refurbished. Okay, that's what the two codes are there. I'm adding something new to the pricing month by month to let you know where it's at and what it is. If it's brand new, then you know I'm not going to have nothing there. But if it's refurbished, I have like an RE there. So this looks like it's on Amazon and it's refurbished for $7.99. I know what y'all are saying. You know, some people say, well, you know, I don't really like refurbished. Well, guess what? You know, when inflation's so high, you know, and you're looking for a decent discount on a graphics card, I'm sure if you have a warranty on it and stuff like that, and if there's a problem with it, you can always call back to the company, like Amazon, Newegg, or whatever, and say, hey, look, you know, there's a problem with this, it's not working or whatever. And then you send it all back in, they send you a new one, and boom, you're back off to the races again. So let's go ahead and just move on. and fix this as we go along. I thought I had it fixed, but I forgot to resize this. So let's see, the 7900 XT starting out in February, $700, March $700, April $700, May was $690, and June was $690. But this month on Amazon it's $680, brand new. So it dropped off $10. So that's telling me that, you know, there's going to be new graphics cards coming soon. So we can keep that in mind. If we're seeing the price, if we're seeing a price shift, then, you know, we know something's going to be coming. Everybody says, well, you know, it could be that they're going to be doing Prime Day on Amazon or whatever. You know, they could be too. You could be priming up for Prime Day. So let's go to the next one. 7900 GRE. Started off in February when I first started doing this at $549. March was $559. April was $541. May was $530. June was $530. And this month it's $520 on Amazon. Wow. So definitely a $10 drop there. Not too bad. You know, when you're a consumer, you'll take every bit of money you can save. So that's understandable. So go on to the 7800 XT. February was $489. March was $489. April was $490. May was $480. So it looked like it was stable, then it went up, then it came back down and stayed stable to $480 in June. Now July, it's $480 again, and it's on Amazon. So it looks like it's staying consistent for the last few months, and it doesn't look like there's a price shift anywhere there. So that's kind of good, but it's kind of bad because everybody's looking for a discount, and I'm sure with Prime Day they'll have a discount for you. So do look around for that because it's the 16th and the 17th of July on Amazon. I'm not sure about the rest of the retailers on the internet. They could be or they couldn't be. You never know. Okay, moving on to the 7700 XT. Started out in February at $409. March was $409. April was $400, so it was steady, and then it came down, and then it started sloping down slowly. So that tells you right there that sales, usually sales, some people say when the sales decrease, the price goes up. Some people say when the sales decrease, the sales go down. So it's kind of in between the two. So if the sales are going down, then the prices will probably come down a little bit to meet that, you know, that overhead. So in May it was $390, June it was $380, and July it was $360 on $360 on Newegg. That's not too bad. But don't go out there and just say, oh my God, I could go on Newegg and get it right now. Don't do it just yet. Don't pull the trigger until you see it all. And that's usually what I tell everybody. Don't pull the trigger. And I apologize. I thought I had all this fixed before I started this, but we'll just fix it as we go along. So, the 7600 XT, the one that everybody's not really caring for. Started off in February at $324. March is $324. Went up in April to $330. Came back down in May to $320. June, it was $289. And it looks like it came back up in July to $319 on Amazon. That's one of the lowest prices I could have found, was up on Amazon. So, moving on down the road. Let me fix this a little bit here. Okay. 7600, it's the 8 gigabyte version. Do remember the 7600 XT was 16 gigabytes. Now the 7600, it's the 88 gigabytes. 8 gigabytes, not 88. 8 gigabytes. Mouth is just not working with me today. In February, it was $249. March was $259, went up $10. April was $270. Looks like it went up about $11. May was $260. Looked like it came down a few bucks. June was $250. Looks like it came down. And looks like it stayed stable between June and July and you can get it on Amazon for $250. Okay, now 6000 series. Let's get this all set up for the next. Okay, 6000 series. I know I didn't do February, March, or April, but I did do May. Did do May on this. So we got May, June, and July. So we got $570 on May for the 6950 XT. June it came down about $20 to $550. July, try to fix this a little bit better. It's just being a stubborn game. Okay, so it came down to $519 and it's on Amazon. So it did come down a little bit in price. So you figure that's what, $31? Came down $31 in July from June. Not too bad. But look at the speed on the 6950 XT compared to, just say compared to the 7800 XT. The numbers are still staying up above the 7800 XT. So they're floating around between the 7900 GRE and the 7900 XT. Estimated. Not actual, just estimated. You can decide if you want to buy a 6000 series GPU or not. That's up to you. Let's say you don't want to pull the trigger and wait on you don't want to wait on Nvidia or AMD to throw out their new stuff. You pretty much just want to set your GPU in stone for the next 3 to 5 years. 6950 will set you in for the next 3 years. 6000 series, I'm just going to say 3 more years, and then it's going to be moving on to the 7000 series. But, you know, pretty much all their GPUs right now from, I would say, yeah, the 6000 series and up for AMD would be your best bet. I know some people that got smaller stuff than that. Look, it depends on what you want to buy. Prices now these days the prices are staying about level for the last 10 years. So if you're going to pull the trigger and you want to get yourself a decent graphics card, then I would say wait. Everybody's going to say I'm nuts, but I would say I would wait a little bit and then pull the trigger when Nvidia comes out with their new graphics cards, and also too with AMD and their new graphics cards. I had heard something in the grapevine about a leak or two about AMD coming out with 8000 series discrete graphics cards. So you might want to wait to pull the trigger just a little bit. If you can wait and you don't need a graphics card right now, then I suggest to wait until the new generation comes out. And then you can assess after they've been benchmarked and everything else, and then you can assess on the price which one is going to be best for you. Is AMD going to have the 8000 series that's going to be better than the 7000 and the 6000 series? Or is the 6000 series going to be better than the 8000 series? Just like with Nvidia. Is it, you know, you got your 20, you got your 30, you got your 40, and then they got the 50 series coming out. So let's say the prices on the 20, some of the 20 series is about the same prices on your 50 series. Guess what? Go get yourself a 50 series card. It's common sense. It's an up-to-date model. It'll carry you out for 5 years. So I'm on a 40 series model, so I'm hoping it'll carry me another 3.5 years. You know, I really do. And if it does, then I'll be happy, because it's going to carry me that long. So let's move on to the 6900 XT. Looking at that. In May, it was $700. In June, it was $606. July, this is this month, $499 on Amazon. I don't know if it's a fluke or whatever, or somebody's trying to, you know, push a certain amount out, but a 6900 XT for $499 on Amazon. So if you want to pull the trigger on that, you got a good deal there. And they got the 6800 XT It started out in May, 470, June, 430, but it went up $10 in July, so it's $440 on Newegg. 6,800. We got 370 in May, we got 360 in June, and we got 360 in July, and that's on Amazon. Okay, so now looking at the 6750 XT was 295 in May, was 300 in June, and it was 280 this month. But it's a refurbished. So it's on Newegg and it's a refurbished. So I know Newegg will keep their good standings on their refurbished stuff. So we got the 6700 XT, 300 in May, 310 in June, went up a little bit, but it dropped, I'd say, about $60. And it's on Newegg for $250, but it's a refurbished. I told you guys I'm going to add something in, and I'm adding in the refurbished as well. You can consider it might be a nightmare or it might not be a nightmare. You know, just as long as these companies are in good standing with their refurbished, I don't really see much of a problem of getting refurbished. Especially if you get a warranty on it, then they have to make good for it. I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, if you want let's say you want a used card, but you can get it for the 6700 for $250. Get a 3-year warranty on it from Newegg, if you can get a 3-year warranty on it, and so you get 3 more years on that card because they got a warranty on it. So if anything happens, even if they screw up in what they ship you, they still got to take it back and give you something that's new. So that's what is good about the warranty. If they screw up in the shipping, that becomes their problem. That becomes to where they got to fix it, not you. So that's a good thing. I'm going to hold Amazon or Newegg to their word. So now let's go over here to the 40 series cards, the NVIDIA side of the deal. I still have not added in Intel's Arc. I will, the next month when I do the pricing, I will add on Intel Arc. So that way some people that want to know what's going on with the Arc series, you know, you'll be able to find out the prices then. So we'll add it in for next month, and we'll do a series of cards. So, okay, the 4090. Let's see what we got cooking here. Let's get this all fixed up. A little too much. Now that'll work. Yeah, the 4090 in February was $1,829. March was $1,699. April was $1,600. So it went in a slope down, and then started come back up in May at $1,730, and then in June it started teetering off, going in a down slope, $1,720. And July, I found it on Newegg for $1,600. I found it at MSRP on Newegg for $1,600. Wow. And it's in stock. Just to let you know that. So now we move on to the next. Let's go ahead and fix this up a little bit again. You know, one of these days, I'm going to take and build a table that's going to, you know, it's going to be a lot better than what I'm doing here. Oh my God, can't believe I messed up the table. Okay, so let's hit shift and that. Look, I do this, and I should fix it up more often, but we'll be making it better because I'm going to be getting into another program, an Office program, and I'm going to be laying it out a little bit better in detail than what this is right now. This is just on Notepad. I want to lay this out a little bit better in detail. I will work on it in time. I will work on it in time. So let's see. Okay. That was kind of making it a little bit goofy. Okay. Now, let's see. Yeah. We'll move this back a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, looking at the 4080 Super was $1,099 in February, $1,000 in March, $1,000 in April, $990 in May, $976 in June, $965 on Amazon this month. So just to let you know that, we'll keep moving on. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I just did that. Edit, undo. Cannot believe I just did that. But we'll fix it. All right. So $965 in July. Not too bad. Even though that, yeah, because they said $999 for MSRP, so not too bad. 4080. Believe it or not, I'm still finding it. And it's $1,139 in February. It's $1,109 in March. $1,119 in April. $1,070 in May. June, $999. But this month, I found it for $950 in Walmart. Online in Walmart. That's where I found it. Not too bad of a price. Not too bad of a price. But if you look, it's only $15 difference between the 4080 Super and the 4080. Only $15. So what are you going to do? You're going to get the Super, right? So, I mean, it's going to get to the point where when I can't find this graphics card, this is when this graphics card gets eliminated off of my list. It's going to be an X off of the list. So, let's keep moving on. 4070 Ti Super. $800 in February, $800 in March, $800 in April, $790 in May, $780 in June, $769 on Newegg for this month. Wow, not bad. Prices are coming down, so that's telling me they're trying to move this stock. They're trying to move this stock. And if they're trying to move this stock out to get new stock in, then, you know, this is going to give you that heads up right here that something's coming. I really wish they would stop delaying it so much and just put it out there. I mean, they're so afraid that they're not going to make $1 off of the stuff that they already got. I'm sure they will if they give a price break on it. You know, they'll make their money. So, the 4070 Ti. Remember, the 4080 and the 4070 Ti were stopped in production, so they're not producing that anymore. Whatever's on the market is it. You know, and that's all you'll be able to get your hands on. So the 4070 Ti is $690 in February, $700 in March, $700 in April, $739 in May, $700 in June, and $710 in July. Now, I can't tell you where I found that. I think that was on Amazon or Newegg. I think I didn't mark these. And I do apologize for that. So I think it's on Amazon or Newegg. So, I think that one was Newegg. Okay, so moving on. I thought I marked everything, but I guess I didn't. My bad. Go ahead, crucify me in the comments below. I know you guys are gonna. So, 4070 Super. This one I know is in Amazon. So, the 4070, I know that was on Newegg. The 4060 Ti, I know that Amazon. And this one was on Amazon. This one was on Newegg. See, I kept it all in my head, so that way you guys, I'll just add it in. I keep so much in my head. Oh, lordy. Okay, let's see. Undo. Okay, so 4070 Super. 589 in February, 589 in March, 595 in April, 585 in May, 580 in June, 570 in July on Amazon. RTX 4070, 530 in February, 530 in May, 530. Let me start again. 530 in February, 530 in March, 530 in April, went up to 550 in May, came back down $10, 540 in June, and came down an additional from May to July, an additional $20, so it's 530 on Newegg. Moving on. We'll try to get through all this pricing really quick because we got a few more things we got to do and then give you what I think at the end. So we're at 30 minutes, so we got to kind of press on a little bit here. So let's press on. 4060 Ti, 16 gigabytes. It was $427 in July on Amazon. 4060 Ti, 8 gigabytes, $365 on Amazon for this month. But the 4060 Ti, 16 gigabyte, there was a price drop. There's a price drop of $13. So moving on. You have a $7 price drop on the 4060 at $283 on Newegg this month. Now, this is going to blow your mind. We're doing the 30 series. Okay, so we didn't get February, March, or April for all of this, but we do get from May, June, and July. So 3090 Ti started off in May at $1,526. Now look at the price drop in July. You guys are going to lose your mind over this. You guys are going to lose your mind over that. I found it for $1,020 on Amazon. Like I said, I knew you're going to lose your mind. You guys are going to go freaking crazy. And you're going to be like, no. Yep. It sure is. That's 3090 Ti, 3090. In May, it was $1,100. This month was $920 on Amazon. So it dropped down quite a bit. I'll fix all this up later. So the 3080, 12 gigabyte, went from $957 down to, and that's in May, $957 down to $715 on Amazon for this month. Dropped a lot. The 3080 10 gigabyte went from $762 in May down to $539 on Amazon this month. The 3070 Ti went from $500 in May to $379 on Amazon this month. 3070 went from $449 down to $319. But that's a refurbish. But that's a refurbished on Newegg. So even though it still would probably be worth the money if you were going to buy it. But that's only 8 gigabytes. That kind of makes you kind of think about it. So the 3060 12 gigabyte started at $289 on May, ended up this month $249 on Amazon. 3060 8 gigabyte was $259 in May. It went up $1 on Amazon and Newegg, both of them. So it went up $1. And you see I got the time right there, the time of day. And I got my main key where you guys can see what all the keys are. So that way you can take a good snapshot so you understand what the keys are that are all over this map. So we'll do this, we'll hit save, we'll X out of this, and now we'll see what's cooking on Amazon real quick. See if there's anything really worth cooking about. 6,708 for 290, 3060, 3050 for 175. Still, that's still keeping it at a continuous same price. 4060s, 309. I think it's a little bit cheaper somewhere else. 4070 Ti Super's cheaper somewhere else. Let's see, is there anything on here that's gonna be an eye catcher? So far, these prices are above the actual where you can find the prices, because these like $439 for the 4060 Ti, 8 GB version. That might be a little too high. To me, that might be a little too high. So we'll just keep moving on. 7900 XTX, VapoX. I don't know. I don't think there's anything other than what I told you that's on Amazon for this month. They got a 580. See, even the prices of the 580 are starting to come back up. And this is a third-party card. So move on to Newegg. Let's see. They got a 4060 for $293. 3080 10 gigabytes, $579. They have a 580 for $99. See, the prices are coming up on the RX 580s. 7900 GRE. They want $1,000 right there. Amazon. And this is $54 shipping from Ireland. So you want me to pay $1,100 and some dollars for a 7900 GRE? Somebody's smoking something somewhere. That ain't happening. This ain't happening either, because I've seen the price down to $530. There's no way I'm going to pay that. That's a nightmare. I mean, these are nightmare prices that you're seeing that are right on the front cover of all this noise. This right here, I would never buy. You know, I mean, that ain't too bad. This is not too bad. Especially when it says free shipping from the United States. At least you know you're getting it in the United States. 470, no. 4070 Ti Super, oh hell no. Zotac 4070, oh hell no. They're charging that kind of price for the Super, the 4070 Ti Super. Hell no, I would be waiting for the 50 series at that. If you're going to pay over $600, right, for a graphics card, then you might as well wait for the next gen, the 50 series if it's NVIDIA, or best off to wait for the 8000 series if it's AMD, because you know AMD is going to cut their prices down when it comes to their graphics cards just to stay above NVIDIA. The 8000 series, they might come down in the prices a little bit, because you know NVIDIA is going to keep that high-end price. And for the kind of speed they're talking about out of the 50 series, don't expect those to be cheap cards. I don't expect them to be cheap at all. So, $235, that's still not too bad. For an entry-level card, that's still not that bad. 77. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to pay $235, an extra $150 gets you this for the 7700. That's if you want to go that route. You know, still keeping in good standings with, you know, what kind of cards you want to pick. Like, you got this one here. You got a 4060, which a lot of people ain't going to buy the 4060 now these days. They kind of wean themselves away from the 4060s. Some do play on them, you know, some have fun with it and everything else, but 8 gigabytes, that's not going to last forever. It's already, when 2025 rolls around the corner, and, you know, 8 gigabytes is not going to be there. It's going to come down to the minimal, everybody's saying the minimal 16 gigabytes right now. But still, I can still function with 12 gigabytes. So it's not totally out of the window. You can still function with 8 to 12 to 16 and so on. You know, it's not that you can't, it's just your graphics are going to suffer a little bit because of the amount of VRAM that you got. So keep that in mind. If the less amount of VRAM that you have, the more your graphics are going to suffer. So the higher you got, it might give you an average or better kind of graphics. But remember, even if you got the best kind of graphics card in the world, as long as your CPU processor can keep up with your graphics card, then you're fine. Like, everybody knocks because I get the 5700X in here. That's equal to the 12400 on the Intel side. That they think I should be running like an Intel 14900K, which I'm never ever going to do, because one, they're still complaining about them burning out, just like the 13th gen, 14th gen, they're still complaining they're going to burn out. And then on top of that, I hear from news about Intel not going to release their Arrow Lake processors until December. So now you got to wait September, October, November, December. Now you got to wait all the way up to December. And if they do that, they're going to be screwed. Because AMD is going to come out with their 9000 series X3Ds. They're going to be screwed. Trust me, they're going to be screwed. Because the performance, and especially with them saying the 9000 X3D processors, CPUs, are overclockable. I don't know. Looks like, and it really looks like, Intel's got an issue. Even if they launch at the same time as the X3D processors, AMD does, they're still going to have an issue. So they should have been like ready for August. Intel should have launched Arrow Lake in August to get a jump ahead of AMD, but they didn't. They didn't do it. Because now you got AMD going to launch some stuff in September. What they could have done was they could have launched Arrow Lake in August, and then October they could have launched, broke up Arrow Lake into two sections, different types of processors, some in August and some in October. And yeah, they could have swamped the market a little bit, and that would have kind of put a chokehold on AMD a little bit. But, that's just me saying what's on my mind. Alrighty, now we got through Newegg. Let's go to Micro Center and see what they got cooking. We'll go through all the processors that they got right here and see if they got anything that's, worth talking about. And this isn't their in-store, so this is their in-store. I'm looking to see if they have anything that's worth talking about. I can tell you right now the pricing situation. See, I'm comparing. See, in my mind right now, I'm comparing between Amazon, Newegg, and Micro Center to what Micro Center has in their prices compared to what I've seen over on Amazon and Newegg. I keep all that right up here. So when I see something, if I see it hot, I'll tell you. If it's not, it's not. So far, I'm looking through. I don't see anything that's really hot. I really don't see anything that's really hot. So this is more or less like a nightmare knot. Do I see anything? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Be patient. You can still get that cheaper over there on Amazon. So what Micro Center needs to do, they need to get a grip on the ball and kind of lower prices a little bit. Because what's going to happen is when inflation starts to drop, so these prices are going to start dropping. Because they're going to put a clamp on it too. So watch when inflation starts dropping and these prices don't drop, people are going to run to the ones that are on the internet that are giving the best prices possible. So, and right now, if you can get something sent to your house and you don't have to run 2 states to get the Micro Center, then I can understand that. That's understandable. So that brings that down to $399 because that's with 2 games. Say $100 for the 2 games. So you'll be paying $100 for your games on Steam, and then that means this graphics card will be $399 because it's physical merchandise. See, you got 2 types of merchandise. You got your physical and you got what I call mental merchandise. That means like games on the internet, ones that you have in your possession, but they're not actually in your possession. So that's just like mental products compared to your physical products, which the physical product is your graphics card. So under your mental products, you save $100. So that makes your physical product that you put into your hands, it's only going to be $399. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not. Because you're going to go spend the money anyway on the games. But you get this as a combination, that makes your graphics card $100 cheaper. You got to look at it in a different kind of light. I've said this many of times on different videos before, so this is not the first time of me saying it. When I see these package deals, like this one right here, this is one that I would not buy because it would bring it down to the price of the graphics card. So, and overall, you're going to be spending $100 over what your projected amount was, instead of spending $379, $380 to your actual projection. Then you better go back up and get, one of those graphics cards that are for $479. It's not to say they're bad graphics cards. It's not at all. Like this one's at $419. Okay. Look at the price of the 7700 XT being at $319. Think about this very carefully. If you're getting 2 games, that knocks off $100. You're still buying your graphics card at the same price as buying it on the market. Buying it on Amazon for the same price that you're paying for it over here, but you're paying an extra $100 for 2 more games. So that's a nightmare in itself. So, okay, now let's go back to the main screen and talk about this. Okay, we got about 60 seconds before I got to call this quits right now. So, okay, from what I've seen was the prices are not too bad. This month, some prices were dropping. That's what we're expecting. So, as we get closer to, launch dates for some of these graphics cards, seems like it's going to be a little bit closer than we think. I'm estimating by the way I see these prices right now that, the launch time might be coming a little bit sooner. I'm hoping they do. But overall, when it comes to your graphics cards, looks like this year is mainly it's going to be for CPUs. Next year looks like mainly it's going to be for graphics cards. So we might be looking towards 2025 before we can actually see a graphics card that we like. So let's just get to the point in fact. So if you don't want to wait till 2025, then find something that's going to meet in your budget for this year, and then you can skip over a couple years and then save up and then get yourself the next best thing that comes out on graphics cards. You can do that too. Either way you look at it, you're not going to lose. So the only way you'll lose is if you buy a graphics card now off of Amazon or something like that, and then turn around, that what happens is that they discontinue the graphics card, which that's not going to happen. So don't be in a fear of that. But anyway, we made it to the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget about hitting the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. Until the next time in the next video, we will see you on the next one. Don't forget that's tomorrow, Saturday, live stream, 5 p.m. California time. Have a great day, and we'll see you then.